Have you ever faced the situation when you have lost the inspiration? Or maybe you have some ideas of how to not to be involved in that situation.
Right. Okay, so one of the things, first of all, I'm very busy. I stay very busy. I'm not a lazy guy, but I do have a lot of what we say irons in the fire. We have this and this and this and this. And so my inspiration, I don't feel goes away, but my time goes away. Although I do find that sometimes people will find moments where they don't feel motivated or they don't feel inspired. And it can happen on one quilt. You can be very inspired to start it. You've got your fabrics, you're working on it, and life happens, and suddenly you're looking at the quilt going, oh, it's more than I thought it would be, and this is tiring, and you'll put it away and maybe not work on it. My encouragement is when that starts to happen, because I call it the passion scale. You started at a 10, but now you're down to a 3. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have to push through the 3 and keep going even when it's a 3, and keep, because it'll go to a 4, and then it'll be 5 because you're halfway, and this, oh wait, if I'm halfway I can keep going, and then it goes back up to a 10. Yes. I think that with everything, especially on a quilt, because it's not a day, it takes time, that you have to push through the low time to go up. And then if I would say to any creative person that is in a black space, in a dark space, and not inspired, that you have to do. Mm-hmm. You do not get inspired by sitting and thinking. Mm-hmm. You get inspired by doing. If you're a quilter and you don't know what to make, then cut squares and sew squares together. I mean, just start putting squares out there. If you like triangles, cut triangles. If you want to cut strips, cut strips. But in the process of doing this, something will happen. Some idea will happen. But it doesn't happen laying on the couch, sitting in the chair, thinking in the shower. What's the new idea? Get busy doing something, because that idea will then blossom. Yes. It always blossoms.
Yeah, so that's great. Thank you, because that will be very useful for Ukrainian quilters who are just waiting for some inspiration one day and not do anything. Okay.